Welcome ladies and gents, Chris Andre here. Let's talk boxing. Why am I making this video? It's aimed at two separate groups of people. The first group are those that were very sarcastic, insulting, swearing, getting very upset that I would dare to score the fight to Zhilei Zhang over Joseph Parker. And I challenged you to give me the rounds that you scored to Parker so I could prove you wrong. Many of you responded, so this video is a response to that. The other group are actually people that I really respect, that really know boxing and very polite in the way they disagreed with me. To you guys, I'd say this: when you're going to watch a fight, sometimes you'll be very frustrated with the judge, and people will say, why can't the judge come out and explain himself? Well, see it as though I judged the fight, you were unhappy with my card, and here I am trying to explain myself to you, okay? In terms of the rounds that we're going to cover, the last 4 rounds, there's no need to cover. They were clearly Joseph Parker rounds. The first 2 were very close rounds, quite uneventful. I split them, 1 to Zhang, 1 to Parker. Nobody complained about that. Rounds 3 and 8 were clear because Zhang dropped Parker in those 2 rounds. So the points of contention are 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I gave all 4 of those to Zhilei Zhang. 2 of them are clear Zhilei Zhang rounds. One of them is a close round, but Zhilei Zhang clearly won in my opinion. And then the other one is a swing round that I edged to Zhang. We're going to look at every single punch that's thrown. And bear in mind, the way you score boxing, one of the main criteria is clean and effective punching. A punch has to land properly, okay? In other words, if it hits the glove, if it hits the forearm, if it hits the bicep, if it hits the shoulder, these are not scoring punches. You have to hit the head, the face, the torso, the belly. You have to hit a scoring part of the body, and you have to hit them with the glove, not the wrist, not the forearm. In terms of other scoring criteria, things like effective aggression or defense. Well, what if one guy's aggressive and one guy's defending? How do you split them? It's to do with who's landing. For aggression to be effective, you have to be landing the punches. For defense to be effective, you have to be making the other guy miss and making him pay. Otherwise, how do you score that? Okay, and it's the same with ring generalship. Who's dictating? Really, it's the guy who's making his own work pay off and landing. So whoever's landing more clean and effective punches tends to be winning the fight, unless the guy that's landing less hurts him. If he clearly affects him, then it can swing the round in his favor. Now that we've established that, let's take a look at the rounds. Let's start off looking at round number 4, a round that everyone I've seen who gave the fight to Parker, they all gave this round to Joseph Parker. So let's have a little look at this. Heavy jab lands from Zhilei Zhang and then a second one. Attempted jab from Parker falls short. Another jab lands from Zhilei Zhang. The backhand misses from Zhang. Then he lands another jab. Then you see Parker fall short and get countered with a backhand. Then a hooking sort of cupping of the ear from Zhang. I'm personally not going to score that. Even though he moves Parker away, it's more of a push than a punch. Another jab lands from Zhilei Zhang. Another backhand lands from Zhilei Zhang. Parker tries to go to the body, almost slapping down. You can see that from the elbow. Look at the movement of the elbow. He's trying to almost slap down. He's desperate. Zhang has seen this. He's leaning back. It doesn't look like it lands. Another jab from Zhilei Zhang. Parker looks to land a backhand to the body. And remember, what is a scoring shot and what is not? It lands right on the bicep. This is not a scoring shot from Joseph Parker. Another backhand from Zhang. Finally, we're 44 seconds into the round. After Zhang had landed numerous heavy consecutive shots, jabs and backhands, that finally Parker gets through with a shot. We then see him land a backhand down the pipe and he's countered with a swooping hook from Zhilei Zhang. Parker missed that shot. Then you saw Zhang miss that one as well. Another backhand misses from Zhang. Another jab misses from Zhang. A little hook there that just about gets behind the guard from Parker. I'm going to score that to Parker. A couple of touches on the gloves. These are not scoring punches, as you can see. They're not jabs getting through. Lovely counter there from Zhilei Zhang. See the replay of it again, just so you can see that it did land. A lovely shot. Attempted jab there and uppercut from Zhilei Zhang. In my opinion, they don't land. The jab just goes over his head and the uppercut actually squeezed through the gap between the guard and the chin. He actually seemed to miss Joseph Parker there. And if he did clip him, it was so minimal that I'm not going to score it as a scoring punch. Another slip counter from Zhilei Zhang. I'm not going to score the hook. That's another cupping situation. Bear in mind, right? What have you seen Parker land so far? Think about what we're talking about here. What have you seen him land? Another jab touches the glove. Another jab touches the glove. Another jab touches the glove. Finally, a lovely counter, uppercut, left hook from Joseph Parker. This is the second time he's landed anything. The first time he landed that backhand. Sorry, this is the third time. He landed again when he landed the straight right hand down the pipe, but he got caught with a hook. So you can't really say he won that exchange. They landed on each other. This is the second exchange he's won in the entire round so far. He comes underneath the backhand from Zhang there, makes him miss. That little hook to the body from Parker, I'm going to count it. They're in the clinch, but there was enough spacing there and enough rotation from the punch to make it a meaningful shot. A slapping sort of shot there from Parker, just about gets behind the guard. Then another setup shot with the lead hand to set up a backhand to the solar plexus. Nice work there from Parker. Finally, he's starting to get going a little bit. He's fallen massively behind in the round, but at least he's working. This shot doesn't count as a scoring shot. It's a low blow. The referee calls him up on it. You're not going to count those shots that are not on scoring targets. Then comes a little tap jab there from Zhilei Zhang. I'm not going to count it. An attempted backhand here from Parker falls short. Attempted left hand from Zhilei Zhang hits the glove. Then you see an attempted hook from Parker. Look at where it lands. It's the forearm stroke bicep landing on the side of the glove. The fist is behind his head. He's not landed this punch. This is not a scoring punch. The attempted hook from Zhang misses as well. Probing touch there from Parker doesn't penetrate the gloves, not a scoring shot. He's setting up a big over the top right hand, and just watch Zhilei Zhang's arm. You can see it as he turns here. He's caught that shot. It doesn't get through. Attempted hook there. You can see it lands on the outside of the glove of Zhilei Zhang. It doesn't land on the target, unlike the other one that we gave to him, which did seem to get around the guard. This one does not. Then he throws the uppercut, and you can see the uppercut come through in between the guard and the face of Zhilei Zhang. Kind of like Zhang's one earlier, which we didn't score, which came through the guard and missed. Can you see? There's the glove. It's come straight through here. The uppercut hasn't landed on Zhang. Backhand from Zhang misses. Parker loads up with a big right hand. Again, it's caught on the gloves. Here you can see Zhang throws the backhand and misses, and watch as Parker tries to rise up. Watch this right hook from Zhang. There, knocks his head to the side, lands a jab off of that, then misses the backhand. So a couple of scoring shots, a right hook and a jab there. The jab of Parker misses. Zhang has slipped inside with the guard up, catches him with a nice solid backhand. Then comes that throwaway left hook to engage the guard on the right hand down the pipe from Parker. Does it get through? Let's look at the replay. The lead hand's caught. Look at where the glove lands. Right on the glove of Zhilei Zhang. If you want to score that because there's enough power there for it to go through the guard, so to speak, it hasn't split the guard. The glove hasn't landed, it doesn't seem, on Zhang's head. But if you feel that the power hitting the arms of Zhang went through and affected Zhang in some way, you can give him that shot if you like. And finally, a low blow from Joseph Parker. The referee has a word with him. That is not a scoring shot. And that is the end of round 4. Now, according to those who have been a little bit insulting, what you're talking about, Chris, Zhilei Zhang outlanded Joseph Parker. Look at the punch stats, 13 punches to 9. Well, now you can see that this is not an accurate statistic. And I'm not asking you to trust my vision or my opinion. I just showed you the footage, slowed down, zoomed in. You could see it clearly. Zhilei Zhang outlanded Joseph Parker by 15 punches to 9 in round 4. He landed 7 jabs. 2 of them were questionable. How much did he really connect? How much did he follow through? You might want to deduct those and make it 5 jabs for argument's sake. He also landed 8 power punches, none of which were questionable. So whether it's a total of 15 or 13, he outlanded Joseph Parker, who landed a total of 9. He didn't land any jabs. He was using the lead hand just to engage the guard in order to set up a backhand, and he landed 9 power punches, one of which was questionable. But of the remaining 8 power punches, there were a number of them that weren't really big shots, and a lot of Zhilei Zhang's jabs were heavy. Remember, a power punch is anything other than a jab. It doesn't actually mean it carries more power behind it. You can have a very heavy-handed, thudding jab versus a power punch whereby a guy's pulling a shot and he's using it to point score, or it's a hook that's just about been squeezed around the guard and it's almost like a slap. So whether you're talking about the quality of the shots landed in this particular round or the amount of shots landed in this particular round, it really wasn't that hard to score. Zhilei Zhang won this round. But not all of those middle rounds were easy to score. There were some close rounds in there. So let's talk about round number 5. It's a really good start to the round here from Joseph Parker with a nice sweeping left hook and then gets low to avoid the attempted counter shot. He then tries a 1-2, which, as you can see, both shots miss the target. They exchange punches here. Both of them miss. This was a nice little move from Joseph Parker because he slips on the outside and goes for a left hook to the body. However, it looks like he lands low, or at least, well, on the belt line. And the belt line does not seem high of Zhang. None of the glove is landing anywhere on the body. It's partially low. Really, this is not a scoring shot. But so that I'm not accused of bias here, we'll include it, and I'll just put it as a questionable shot in the bracket section. You then got a jab from Zhang that doesn't land. His attempted shot there doesn't land. Neither does Parker's attempted counter jab. Another attempted jab from Zhang doesn't land. The uppercut, there's nothing on that. I'm not going to score that for Zhang. Little jab there, barely lands from Zhang. We'll put it in the questionable section. Body shot which falls short from Joseph Parker. An attempted right hand here is slipped by Zhang. So Parker misses. And I'm unsure, to be honest with you, whether the counter shot here from Zhang lands. I don't think it does. But his head does seem to pop back a little bit there. So I'm not going to include this. but I'm wondering whether he was clipped slightly there. Nice jab there. Parker here goes for an attempt at jabbing at the guard and then jabbing downstairs. But as you can see, the bottom of the glove scrapes across the face of the belly of Zhang. So it doesn't land on the target. This is not a scoring shot. That one does land, though, just above the belt line. Nice shot from Parker. He avoids the attempted jab there from Zhang. Here, Parker goes for a wide hook to bring the backhand into play. He's been using this tactic throughout the course of the fight. He's not really throwing a jab to land at all in this fight. Zhang has been able to take the jab away from him. It's strictly as a setup shot. And as he throws this, because it lands on the sort of shoulder blade area, this is not a scoring shot. But Zhang now reads what Parker's trying to do and starts to lean away before the right hand even comes, and he makes him fall short. Backhand from Zhang. Parker tries an over-the-top shot here, and Zhang parries it down, lands a nice uppercut, and then looks for the chopping left hand, but he fell short with that. Nice uppercut, though, and it was a nice parry. Nice backhand again there from Zhang. Parker tries that little slap there, which you can see is caught on the glove. It doesn't get through the target. A nice 2-1 here from Zhilei Zhang. Nice backhand down the pipe from Parker. Here, that was a really nice move from Parker. He caught the initial jab from Zhang and started to dip down. So he's not putting a lot on this particular hook, but it's cute. It's clever. He clips Zhang with a little hook and then gets low to avoid that counter shot. So they're both chess playing here. Some really good stuff. Zhang misses the jab as Parker comes beneath it. Misses those jabs as well. Here, Zhang seems to touch Parker with the first shot. We'll put it in the questionable section. Parker spots the fact that he's going to double up. He catches it. And then as he tries to counter it with the right hand, you see how it comes off the shoulder. And then it sort of slides up and the palm seems to scrape across the face of Zhilei Zhang. Let's look at that again. So it's not really a clean shot. But again, I'm going to put it down in the questionable section. You see there off the shoulder and then it sort of slides up. We'll count it and put it in the questionable section. This was a very hard round to score. Zhilei Zhang, I had outlanded Joseph Parker by 8 punches to 6, but he had 3 questionable punches in there. A couple of the jabs, for instance, the one off of the 2-1, that touched Parker for sure. There was a connection, but how much of a connection was there? There's also a questionable power shot. When it comes to Joseph Parker, a couple of the power shots were questionable. The one on the hip, do you score that or not? As well as the last one where it sort of hits the shoulder of Zhang and kind of slides up and the palm strikes his face. So this is one of those where you could end up having Parker outlanding Zhang by 6 punches to 5, or you've got Zhilei Zhang outlanding him potentially even by 8 punches to 4. But neither guy was able to really land significantly big shots in there. And as a result of that, this was a chess playing type of round, and it is a swing round. I've got no problem with how you've scored this. I'm simply sharing why I scored it to Zhilei Zhang live and why even on rewatch, I can see why this can go either way. So as established, round 4 was a clear round to Zhang. Round 5 was a swing round. I edged it to Zhang. Now, round 6, the only way you can score it to Parker is if you've misinterpreted where the punches are landing, because there's no way Joseph Parker wins this round. As you see, Zhang comes out with that trademark thudding jab, pinning the head back of Joseph Parker. Parker tries a body jab. It's parried away. Parker then tries to jump in and lead with a wide left hook. It lands on the back of Zhang. It's not a scoring shot. Zhang with another pummeling jab. This jab also clips Parker, but he sort of gets low and rolls away from it. We'll put that in the questionable section. Another jab here from Zhilei Zhang. Parker really struggling to stay away from it. He tries another wide lead left hook, and as you can see, he clasps him with the wrist and then pushes him down. This is not a punch. It is not a scoring shot. He's grabbed him and pulled him down, basically. Now we are almost halfway through the round. We are 7 seconds away from the round being at midway point, and Parker is about to land his first shot, and even that is questionable. He throws a throwaway jab and then comes down the pipe with that right hand. Now, I'm going to give this to Joseph Parker, but you can see that the left arm here of Zhang is raised. We can't know for sure that this actually landed on the chest and didn't land on the arm of Zhang, but we're going to give it to him just to make a point. Another jab from Zhilei Zhang, an attempt to step in from Parker. He can't close the pocket. Here, he looks like he's going for another body jab, but he's so focused on trying to stay safe, just essentially play a game of tag. Let me just touch Zhang, that he doesn't commit to it. It's easily parried down. Look where the glove goes. Into Zhilei Zhang's special place, shall we say. It's not a scoring shot. He touched him there with a jab. I'm not going to score that, and I'm not going to score that backhand either. There's nothing on that. I'm going to give this backhand to Joseph Parker, even though I want you to look at the way he pulls out. He touches him Look, there's no follow through. Look at the way the arm pulls out quickly just to get low. The focus is on defense. Now, I'm going to give him that. Don't get me wrong. But it's one of those shots whereby you can't turn to me and go, oh, look at the power shot that Parker's landed when Zhang's only landing jabs. Zhang's jabs are thudding. Parker's just touching him at the moment with the backhand when he's able to get through. Here's another occasion where he doesn't get through. A hook lands on the forearm. It's blocked. Here he lands a left hook to the body, but he's so off balance. He gets clipped with a left hook as well, and he loses his footing. And he's not in a dangerous position. I'm not saying he's been hurt or anything, but he's lucky that the follow-up right hand there from Zhang didn't land. Nobody won that exchange, really. He slips the attempted power shot there from Zhang, and then these little hooks up close I'm not going to count. Backhand there from Zhang. A backhand from Parker, which seems to land just below the chin. It almost seems as though it's hit the chest. We're going to count that. And he does well here defensively, and he gets away from the attempted counter. This little two-punch combination, as you can see, he doesn't land. Left hook lands on the glove, right uppercut slides across the glove. The attempted jab is blocked, as you can see there. Zhang attempts to come back with a jab and misses. Parker looks for a counter right cross, misses, and then Zhang comes with two body shots. We'll put the first one in the questionable section just because Parker's back is somewhat covering it and we can't be 100% sure, even though to me it looks like it lands, whereas the right hook to the body definitely lands. Falls short there with the jab. Parker looks for the counter left hook, as you can see. Once again, it's blocked by Zhilei Zhang. He steps in with the jab there. Zhang rolled with it, made him miss. Tries to step in with a backhand, falls short, and that's the end of the round. Now, with this round, I don't see how this can be open to interpretation. Zhang landed 6 jabs. 4 of them at least were thudding. A couple of them were questionable, you could say. He landed 4 power punches. Perhaps you could say one of those was questionable too. That's a total of 10 punches. Perhaps 3 were questionable. Joseph Parker, once again, unable to land a jab. He landed 4 power punches and 3 of them were questionable. Now, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt on all of those, and he still doesn't come close to winning this round. I don't believe you can possibly make an argument for Joseph Parker winning this round. And let's close off this discussion with another one-sided round. Another pummeling jab there for Zhang to start off the round. He parries away the attempted body shot. It's a typical start from Zhilei Zhang, isn't it? Coming out behind that big thudding jab. An attempted counter right hand from Joseph Parker falls short. He goes to the body, and this time I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt and put it in the questionable section. You can see the trajectory of the shot. It's clearly low here. This is not a scoring shot. He goes for a little stab jab around the guard, doesn't really land. But, as you can see there, Zhilei Zhang does land. And then he sets up a lovely body shot as well. A reaching right hand from Parker seems to land nowhere near Zhilei Zhang. The responding uppercut from the Big Bang also falls well short. This lead left hand here, I think, lands on the glove. But the subsequent right hook and the uppercut definitely gets through. An attempted right hand from Parker slides off the glove, comes nowhere near. There you saw that the power left hand missed from Zhilei Zhang, but the little uppercut afterwards here does seem to land while he's holding his head. I'm going to put that in the questionable section though, because we can't see it clearly. An attempted backhand from Zhang falls short. I'm not convinced that jab got through from Parker, but we're going to give it to him. Zhang falls short. That little uppercut there does seem to land, but again, I can't tell. I'm not going to give it to Zhang. Again, you see how I'm trying to give all the benefit of the doubt to Parker and none to Zhang just to make the point. Nice from Joseph Parker there. Here, Parker shoots towards the lead hand of Zhang. He's trying to pull down the guard, I believe, trying to create an opening. He can't quite do it. Zhang's firm in his guard there. Zhang tries to throw a jab underneath the arm of Parker, but it actually misses. But then he follows up with the left uppercut and does land. Here, Parker goes for an uppercut. It slides off the glove. It doesn't land. He's probing here. No punches thrown. He gets caught with a backhand. Probing jab here from Zhang doesn't land. One from Parker that doesn't land. Lovely timed jab there from Joseph Parker. That's a really nice timed jab. He then splits the guard with a backhand and then a second one too. Really nice couple of moments there from Parker. Zhang comes back with a backhand of his own. It does land and Parker dips, but it's not as good a quality of backhand as the other two that preceded it. Again, Joseph Parker leaning into that backhand. It partially comes through the guard there. Throws that slap hook, which hits the outside of the guard. A little stab jab there from Zhang with the outside of the glove. I'm not going to score that. That jab lands from Zhang. He can't get the uppercut off though. Parker then tries to throw a right hand, which is parried. The counter right hook is missed by Zhilei Zhang. In real time, that is the only shot that I've watched on slow motion now that I thought landed in real time during the fight. That's the one shot that I thought landed that hasn't actually landed. He threw the backhand there. It didn't quite land. Parker comes back. He misses. Parker probes again with the jab of his own. He misses. Again, that jab hits the glove. And that's the end of the round. So Zhang landed a total of 10 punches, 7 of them power punches. 1 of those had a question mark around it. Parker landed a total of 7. 5 of them were power punches, with 1 of them having a question mark around it. And in round 7, like the others, not only did Parker not outland him, but he didn't affect Zhilei Zhang with any individual shots. He wasn't dictating how the fight was going. He didn't have the better defense or anything like that. Now, if you disagree and you still score those rounds to Joseph Parker, please make your case down below. If I've managed to change your mind, let me know in the comment section too. If you were rude, in fact, also leave an apology. Why not? Now, in terms of my methodology, regardless of where you stand, as you can see, I'm consistent with it, even if you disagree. Having said that, whichever way I lean towards for criteria, I still go towards Zhilei Zhang. If I'm counting punches, as you can see, he landed more punches. If you talk about the quality of the actual shots landed, I still go towards Zhilei Zhang. Remember, it's not just a classification of what constitutes a jab or a power punch. The quality of those shots matters. A stiff, thudding jab that knocks the head back of an opponent can be a better quality punch than a backhand that splits the guard and is partially blocked, or a left hook that sort of clips around the guard and again is partially blocked, or it looks like a slap. In other words, it's not just classification that matters. So whether you're talking about quality or quantity, it falls to Zhang. If you're talking about defense as a criteria, well, the very fact that Parker was more active and so many of those shots were blocked shows the defense of Zhilei Zhang. If you're talking about ring generalship, it was Parker that was being put on the back foot. Now, I don't really buy much into that anyway, because the ring's a certain size and you can use it all. So I'm not going to hold that against Joseph Parker. The fact of the matter is, though, I can't use that criteria to swing my opinion towards Joseph Parker. So whichever way you look at this, in my opinion, Zhang won those middle rounds. He won the fight. If you're really trying to score it to Joseph Parker and you want to give him the swing rounds, you can give him 7 rounds and that gives him a draw. I cannot see any way in which you give Joseph Parker 8 rounds. That's my humble opinion. Let me know your opinions in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit a stiff jab on the like button, a right cross on the subscribe button, and an uppercut on the notifications button. Take care. God bless.